playing a mid Alchemist, that's a hero that really just doesn't try and make kills early on. Really.
You just want to farm away on that hero, and with the Lich behind him, it'd be quite hard to gank with, like, obviously with the Earth Spirit, with the rolling boulder. You've got the Orb of Venom that usually pick up the easiest hero to gank in the mid lane. So
It's
maybe the Earth Spirit.
I feel like it's an awkward situation for Tihi. Like, if he is playing, if that is a mid Alchemist for him, because he really, like, he thrives in that situation where he can go for those early kills. Honestly, the last time I saw these teams play each other, he played Slark mid against QO's TA, and he first blooded him at level 1. I mean, that was like,
wow.
a level 1 Slark was just had his essence shifts, and he was like walking up the TA smack, and he was faster than it. I mean, it's these kind of ridiculous things that I said, and you can't even pick how that would happen. But that's the way the T usually lanes, and so seeing him on an Alchemist will be. I wouldn't be that surprised if they even switch it up and have Raven playing Alchemist, just because he is so used to laning in like an aggressive manner.
10 seconds remaining.
Indeed. So, in terms of the other bans, it's very much sort of like team fight orientated bans. Jara and the Darkseer being banned out, although they probably would have been pretty good for the MVP Phoenix. However, Axe probably good toward the offlane, so no need for the Darkseer. Don't want the to have to deal with the vacuum with the Alchemist done and the Lich ultimate bouncing around. That would be a pain. Obviously, from TNC though, banning out that AA made a resurgence quite recently, especially against the likes of Alchemist and sort of these HP regen heroes.
But yeah, I think Phoenix might be even better against Alchemist, and certainly with Axe. And Phoenix, in my opinion, Phoenix is the strongest hero in the patch right now. Always surprises me when it's not first phase bundle picked. I mean, at least it does get up in this draft as soon as the second phase starts, but that's a hero that needs to have a ban to deal with. The problem with the Phoenix is that it's got this super long range Sunray, which dominates fight. Even if it doesn't have successful ulti, it can just like see it far away and get 2 super long range Sunrays, and heroes that can get close in range of that Phoenix and go with the Sunray, just silence it or kill it before you can get the Sunray. So it's it's a hero that gets drafted as a support usually, but it has the impact of a core in every single fight.
Yeah, definitely. And now with the Juggernaut pickup as well, there's some sort of like decent push coming out from MVP Phoenix now.
Yeah, could be scary. Push is good against Lich as well, because Lich is all about firstly denying wave and bringing on the push to yourself, and secondly Chain Frost, which is often a lot less effective if the enemy team does push into you. They don't have that's mostly the case when you have like push with summons, and MVP don't have that. They've got like some pushing power with Axe clearing waves and Juggernaut sealing ward. They don't have any of the kind of like beast still like Nature's kind of summon heroes. So now it's not that frightening, I think TNC is.
Do we look at a pickup like, I don't know, Klink's Ursa to try and deal with the Phoenix? But like you said, it's more about the Sunray than the egg these days. So maybe someone to get on the back lines.
I mean, those heroes are still good picks, just because the reason MVP banned it in the dark is when you pick an Alchemist, you usually want your other heroes to be fighting heroes, so that the early stage of the game where Alchemist needs to get that key to get ahead of everyone, the other hero needs to be able to fight for them. And TNC do good pack, and this actually does make me wonder if it's not just a safe with the mid pack, because you don't very often see safe mid pack these days. We've seen off lane pack a couple of times. Could be Sam mid pack, maybe going with Lich to the off lane. That could be a dangerous lane.
I think you're right though. I think a safe lane Alchemist, although you don't get the the bonus of being able to rune control and find those bounty runes so easily from being in the mid lane. If, like you're saying, if you want to put their mid player on a hero that can get early kills to have an early impact, Puck is definitely a hero that can do that.
Yeah, and TNC is definitely a team that's always been kind of confident enough to do unusual things with their laning situation. That's why I'm just not too sure about. But even running Alchemist in the safe lane is kind of unusual right now. But something they've been happy to do. And MVP banning out Clockwork. And again, it kind of shows that. I really like when these teams face each other. This is not about the draft. Is not really about what's happening in the meta game, right? They're just like a Clockwork could be pretty devastating against us right now. They need early fighting heroes, and the hero's not very popular. But you know what? It's an early fighting hero, and perhaps they know something from scrims about TNC actually picking up the hero recently. I'm not sure, But I like to see drafters ban what they think is the best pick for the enemy team rather than, some meta consideration.
I guess if you think about it, Clockwork, you talk about disrupting that Phoenix with the Sunray who's going to be on the back line. Clockwork that can jump in. The Sunray is going, you're an easy target, you're not really moving anywhere.
Radiant.
Easy hook target, but the Viper now from TNC, the last pickup, really kind of makes their lanes interesting. Could be a Viper Lich dual off lane, something like that might be interesting.
Yes, either the Viper or the Pack will go with the Lich. That one will go mid. Alchemist will definitely be a safe lane. Which makes for something interesting because MVP will read that, I think. And I don't know, actually the Alchemist won't be safe lane. If you put Alchemist safe lane, MVP can run an aggressive dual lane attacks in their Phoenix. And that's actually really bad for the Alchemist. This is something that happens often in matchups. There's kind of like mind game after mind game, like to decide even the lane stage. I'm not sure. Ban out the slog, expecting that will be the hero that's played by Forever, and there will still be another farming war, and actually it's Medusa. So,
alright,
this is interesting. It wasn't enough guards. It's actually quite good at fighting. Surprisingly so.
Snake baby.
But it's probably the best scaling hero in the game. So it's like it's rare against the Alchemist draft that you see a carry that can kind of outscale it if you turn that corner, and Medusa certainly can. She can, if the game gets to the point where Alchemist has like 40k net worth, Medusa has 30k net worth, she's already stronger than them at that point.
Yeah.
Like once she gets that 30k point. So it's certainly an interesting pickup. And also what Medusa does is she turns off the damage, right, when she ulties, and just amplify the physical damage output. But you see the heroes aren't really very high on magic damage anyway. The Axe not going to deal any, the Juggernaut's not going to do any. So it's kind of nice synergy there.
Okay, well, we're into this game, and we have a pause. Not too surprising, I don't think, but okay, well, I'd quite like to go through the teams and who's playing what. So on TNC side, on the Radiant side, we've got Sam H playing the Puck, Raven playing the Viper. Oh dear. Cuckoo playing the Lion, Teehee playing the Alchemist, and finally EU on the Lich.
Yeah, on the side of AP, it will be QO playing the Medusa. So it's the signature sort of mid-carry player for both teams, mid-carry heroes. And Fevi's playing the support Phoenix. Dubu will be playing his signature support Earth Spirits, well, signature at this point, wasn't a while ago. MP is playing the carry Juggernauts, and Forever on the offlane Axe.
Oh, he's starting off with an early win lace as well. This is interesting. I guess the extra move speed just to run after your enemies is very handy. Get those spins off and just pressure as much as you can against enemy safe laner and their support.
So because he's on the Alchemist, I think probably the Alchemist end going mid, and it is the consideration we were talking before. That you don't want your Alchemist in the safe lane against an aggressive lane. It's very difficult. They'll probably put Lich with him. This is like the most classic thing for TNC to do. Even Teehee have been the core of this team. There was a stage where Teehee left the team for a month or two because he was trying to focus on his studies, but they enticed him to rejoin. And most versions of TNC, it's been about AU and Teehee, as AU being drafted key support and Teehee the key core player. And part of that is they very regularly do these interesting kind of dual lanes in the mid lane where they sort of take. We'll probably see at some point Alchemist goes to the jungle, the Lich XP, that sort of thing. And they're very efficient about how they lane these things.
See the Dire MP, they get an early hold up here on the high ground. Really interesting because it doesn't give vision towards that mid lane. However, it does give you the rune vision.
Yeah, it doesn't stack it doesn't lock the ancient stack, but it will tell them if the ancients are being stacked.
Might have a fight in this bottom lane, by the way. It's bronze to the Viper now. The dive coming in from the Phoenix, but a two-man stun comes out from the Lion. Who's going to get the first for Febby? And he is going to go down. The first blood going to the Febby, and now Lion. He's going to try and deny himself. Happen. It's a bloodbath here. It's 2-for-1 at the moment, favoring TNC. See who got the rune there. It was the Alchemist that got it.
Yeah. And the Pack got top rune. So TNC got both runes. They win the fight. And this is just like, again, you might ask yourself why there's such a big... It's just not in the nature of these teams when they play against each other to turn down that kind of opportunity. MVP is not the team who's going to say, okay, TNC, your Alchemist can just have the rune. And the most interesting part, I think the reason TNC wins the fight, Alchemist skilled Acid Spray level 1.
Ooh,
so,
yeah.
he got the rune. He didn't get any bonus from the rune, but they won the fight because of his asset spray.
Definitely a big deal against the likes of Phoenix, who has, well, he's now got three armor. But...
So the concerning
zero.
thing
No,
for
he
MVP is they're running an aggressive dual lane with an axe, and it's against the Viper, which, okay, well, they're gonna jump onto the Viper now with the Earth Spirits, but barring being able to jump onto the Viper and actually kill it early on, Viper's gonna match up very well, I think, against the aggressive axe lane.
Yeah, so yeah, it should be okay, I think. In the mid lane, like you said, the Alchemist being supported by the Lich. Over towards this top lane, the Puck actually managed to pick up an early level 2 by drawing the aggro of the creeps sort of down through the tree line, like we see quite a lot. With the early boots, could easily outrun MP on the Juggernaut.
Yeah, we didn't talk about, but excuse me, I was saying Alchemist took as for the fight. The Lich actually took Frostblast at all. So those two like unusual skill builds, and it could be that AP take the specifically expecting Lich to have sacrifice and Alchemist to have pre-wall screed, and the fight would have been totally different if that happened. So I guess the first station for AP is they know they'll win the fight unless the enemy team deals poorly. But for TNC, it's like, you know, we don't mind skilling the less efficient way if it's gonna win us the fight. The point, Earthspirit is rolling on land, but it's just harassing a bit. The second roll now, both times not really threatening a kill or anything.
Aggro at the moment, gonna get this bottom rune as well. Oh, this for the Phoenix. It looks like they're heading towards the mid lane. Don't know whether they can turn this into anything though.
It's,
I mean, Sunray.
Yeah, Sunray is huge damage. Icarus Dive has a slow, so it's not the hero that you typically think of. You know, it doesn't have a stun, so you don't expect it to be thinking, and neither does the Medusa. But outside of their own possibility, plan to make a kill.
The snake jump onto the Alchemist. He's getting pretty low here, but so's QO. It could be dangerous to actually move in. Just holding onto that third skill point for now. I don't know if it's worth going for the ice armor this early on though.
It's something we do see with these dual lanes miss times. Probably depends on the situation. I think it's nice that he doesn't decide just yet. There's no reason for him to have this idea.
Axe gets those tranquils. In terms of CS, the Viper and Axe matching up pretty closely. So when you get the roll, it's going to just be off the mark for Dubu. Gets the kick onto the Viper. There's no creeps to help get the spins and the stun coming in from Cuckoo. It's both of them, but look at his Axe just getting full on aggressive here. They're going to have to back off though. The roll missed. Maybe if they got the roll to get the slow, that might have been a kill.
And it's super important that they play this lane aggressively. MVP play this lane passively. There's gonna be certain points around level 5 where the Viper just starts dominating them, and there's not much they can do about it. So they have to be applying that pressure. Even now, while the sport's away, Viper can kind of just long range her axe, and there's that much that Axe can do about that.
So much move speed though, and they're going to get the roll onto the Lion. Lion, he's just going to battle up against the Earth Spirit for now. The kick forward, but the stun is going to come through. They get the kill onto that Earth Spirit, and now with the rotation in from Lich, is going to force Axe away. The Viper's coming in, getting the slow poison attack going, but I think Axe has got himself out of here thanks to that wind lace. Now he's going to turn onto the Viper. I don't know. I don't think he's going to be able to get this kill here. He's going to continue chasing though with the help of the Battle Hunger. Doesn't have the call though. He had to grab the creeps there.
Hunger's particularly weak against Viper. I mean, not because he has spell resistance, but because of Nether Toxin, it's quite easy for him to quickly get a last hit and just get rid of it. I'm impressed by QQ having the presence of mind to just turn and fight the Earth Spirit there. Because the Earth Spirit was quite low, but so was the Lion, and typically with that hero matchup, if you're a Lion and Earth Spirit's going on you, you're kind of just panicking. But recognizing, hey, I can actually just kill this guy, and doing that.
So 3-1 favoring TNC now. We look at the CS. We do see Medusa at the top of the charts there, 26 CS versus the mid-Alks 20. But I guess this is probably, I don't know.
He's an Alchemist. He has more net worth already. I mean, his creeps are worth more money than hers, so he doesn't have to have as many creeps.
I mean, Medusa obviously fairly easy CS with the Mystic Snake as well. Harass the Alchemist out as well. Doesn't quite have that level 6 yet. While the safe lane is 23 CS for MP. Oh, we've got another kill in this bottom lane. Who is it? It's okay, it's a 1-for-1 trade-off. It's for the Viper. Just missing out.
This time the Phoenix came, so it was a 2v3. Getting a 1-for-1 is probably a positive trade for TNC. And AU has been making stacks, by the way, for TE at this close camp. There's a triple stack. It's gonna be pretty easy for him to clear when he's ready for it.
No, the Puck is actually doing fairly well in this top lane up against the Juggernaut. Juggernaut wants to chase, but the silence came out, meaning he couldn't get that Omni Slash off.
Yeah, it's very difficult for Juggernaut to threaten Puck with his skill set. Both the Turn and the Omni Slash kind of get dealt by the alternate phase very well. Was it the mid lane that Puck might even be doing better? I'm not sure. It's my heroes, Puck likes to harass and be very aggressive, but Juggernaut's got pretty high armor, has the healing if necessary, and can just kind of run up with the phase boots and trades. So it's not a lane that Puck can dominate, but still getting plenty of value.
They got level 6 herself. Maybe rotation coming in from the Earth Spirit and Phoenix now back towards this top lane. If they can find this kill on the Puck, that would be great.
It's a difficult one to get, so they're really gonna have to coordinate nicely. I think they want to bait the jump.
And yeah, look at Dubu, he's waiting. He's going to go for the roll, got the kick. Now he doesn't get the kick off in time. The silence comes through. The jaunt away to the orb. Puck escapes. Like you said, very hard kill to find. And meanwhile, QO surrounded here, gets stunned up by the line. They put down the acid spray, running out of mana, so can't take any more damage. And Lich securing that kill with the Frost Blast.
This is again classic QO. He's not almost any player would be. Yeah, I'll go into farm stacks. I'm just gonna sit and get free farm in the lane. He's like, no, I'm gonna go contest the stacks. And the funny thing is, he did Ulk wasn't clearing the stack. He was just trying to farm a big cap, which I'm not sure if he was stacked.
Puck's gonna get killed on Febby, I think. The Fairy Fire comes out. He's now gonna throw out the slows. The kick comes through onto the Puck. The Omni Slash as well. Febby, he does go down, but Puck dies.
Yeah, so
I think he'll take that trade.
Yeah, definitely. Each time MVP are getting a kill on the board, it's all a favorable trade for TNC. So definitely the early trades are benefiting TNC a lot. In bot lane, they get the axe too.
The Viper Strike being used. Yeah, they've got this. Kills all over the place, so 10 kills, 8 minutes in. They already seem to sort of be moving out of that laning phase.
And it's not a team that usually responds to losing a few fights to, okay, we're going to play a passive game. They will still be playing a fighting approach to this game. You can almost guarantee it. Even though TNC are kind of pulling a bit ahead with the early fights. It's, I spoke about how they've got the Medusa, they've got the scaling to go late game against the Alchemist potentially, but they're not going to want to just allow the Alchemist to have his game. So there might be a short delay, they might wait for certain key items, but MVP's plan is still going to be to fight the TNC.
Phoenix managed to nab the bounty rune under the nose of the lion by using Icarus Dive.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Timed him perfectly as Puck, once again, being elusive as ever. If we're going to see the Lich now with his ultimate as well, he's been able to sit mid, get some experience with the help of sacrifice as well.
He has cleared 2 more stacks now, so that's going to be an omelet. As Alchemist. Pretty good timing. With the soaring and the omelet, you expect against the Radiance. Probably that's the usual build, at least in the Chinese region and recently in other regions too. And you expect to see it quite soon, in 6 or 7 months from now.
The net worth, and Viper's actually pretty well for himself. What with the 4 kills to his name, nearly 50 CS as well. Too bad. So are we going to see the Viper go from mech, or do you think that'll be the job of the Lich team?
I'm not sure. That probably is the conversation they're having. Viper will say to Lich, he'll ask, okay, well, what's your item progression like? Are you going to have a mech at a reasonable time? If we feel we need a mech now, it's probably got to be the Viper, because even though Lich is doing alright, he's gonna take a while to get there. Mid lane, there's a smoke around, but
Lion's gonna go for it. Is he gonna go the... Oh, they're just focusing on the Medusa, but she gets her ultimate off in time. They're gonna have to back away from this, and no one does get turned to stone, but Juggernaut is thinking of moving in. Rolling Boulder comes through. The Omni Slash is there, but he does get stunned up for now. No need for the egg just yet, but I don't think he has level 6, so yeah, no egg at the moment. No one dead just yet. Lion does finally go down the spin from the Juggernaut, turns to the Omni Slash. Can't find a kill just yet. I can't really see a bit of a slideshow at the moment, but 2 dead on the Radiant, 3 dead for MVP, and it might be the 4th of the Phoenix. The healing ward not going to be enough for now. Forever, the lone survivor, and he's going to try and do what he gets. It throws out that battle hunger to give himself some extra move speed, but at the end of that, a 4-for-2 trade-off. heavily favoring TNC, as it was just the two supports going down.
I just disconnected during the fight because Chinese servers sometimes just laggy when these fights break out. So it very well might not fix it, but I can already see what was going on, so I figured.
Yeah, it was a very. I had a bit of a slideshow myself, so it was a bit hard to tell. But the Juggernaut, he went for the spin, but he took quite a lot of damage just from right clicks. He goes for the Omni Slash. Puck managed to phase shift at least one of the slashes. There were creeps in the way as well. I think Lich took the majority of the damage from that.
Dream Coil and turn around. Dominates on Viper, which is pretty interesting. Not your standard build. It certainly gives you armor, does back you up, does help you farm. If he wants to, he could even send the creep to stack Ancients for his Alchemist. Hasn't done so far, he's got the Ogre Frost Mage, which is going to tank him up more.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Some more lag. I might try disconnecting and reconnecting.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. Since that fight, the lag's kind of like it wasn't really laggy until that fight, but it hasn't left.
Yeah, that's not really. It's not really going away. We'll see what we can do. We'll try and help with what's going on. Let's see, perfect world. Thank you. Phoenix doesn't have that egg yet, but as I'm sure we're all very common, the Win Ray, as it has been nicknamed now, up to level 3, although they're going to initiate onto the Medusa. Chain Frost bouncing around mostly to creeps, so Medusa still looks fairly healthy until that finger comes through. Lich gets the kill with the last bounce of the Chain Frost. Don't not TP'd in, but he's just a little bit too late. They might try and reinitiating, realizing there's no finger, no Dream Coil, no Chain Frost to worry about.
By the way, Lion is one of the better support heroes against Medusa. Mana Drain is like a huge DPS spell when it comes to Medusa. And interesting to see that QQ is actually level 212. So early priority on Mana Drain, probably for that reason.
Oh, Puck does go down in the top lane. Must have got with the Earth Spirit helping out. Yeah, Omni Slash was committed as well. But a good kill nonetheless. Gives them a bit of extra change for their pockets.
So the Access Blink. And that's like the first very key timing for MVP in terms of turning around the momentum of the game. They definitely will want to answer this Alchemist too. He's a bad relic. It's red, and then the Bulls usually travels after you'll get the Octarine or the Manta depending on your order. There are some Alchemists who've got Aphid recently, but the Octarine's not always there. And I think that you want to be able to shut down the Alchemist with put pressure on his team before the Octarine. Like, while there's still just the Radiance or the Radiance and the Trolls, they can still be done. Later on, it becomes much more difficult. So I think they want to do something with their Access Blink if they possibly can. They have smoke coming out on the Earth Spirits, and I'd be surprised if this isn't the time to use that smoke after Axe clears camp.
Maybe Phoenix goes for the stack as well. Like you said, they're going to go for the smoke. Axe probably end up leading the way. There's the level 6 on the Phoenix as well. We've got to remember the cool with like a Sunray. So the coolest disable is what? Max 3.2 seconds. 3 seconds of Sunray on multiple heroes. It's ridiculous. And Axe is not going to take any damage from that. With the max armor plus the Sunray healing him up as well. The Observer Ward down. They're going to look for the jump. Maybe wait for them to move towards the creep wave to get some extra spins in. Earthspirit, is the smoke going to be broken? But I don't think they have vision of him. They're going to go for this blink. They're going to see the Viper. He's moving back towards the tower for now. They do manage to get the call in the end. Sunray comes through. The silence from Puck going to be off the mark there. But the Viper strike used on the Axe to dive forward from the Phoenix Sun. The Chain Frost is bouncing around though. Fref, he's still alive for now. No, he's dead. As far as I can tell, the Sun does explode in the end. Phoenix Egg doing a fair bit of damage there. And it's a 1-for-1 Puck for an Axe. For now, the Healing Ward is going to help out and bring everyone from MVP back up to full health. And they could look to try and take this tower.
It's a good
I believe that's what happened.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, there might be a further kill now. I think Lich goes down.
Yeah, the Sunray is going to chase him down. Viper going to do what he can, but the Healing Ward's still there, keeping everyone healthy. It's going to be the Radiance completed for Alchemist as he split pushes the top lane, accepting that his mid tower is probably going to go down here. Nice.
has
Don't think it was there.
Alchemist TV'd in, they're turning this around, and I think they've already killed the Juggernaut.
Oh, the call. That was a big call. The sun rays coming through. Juggernaut's still alive for now. He goes for the spin. And that's going to be the Lich plus the line going down. Alchemist very low. He armlet toggles. He's still alive. Survives that. Medusa does pay with her life. Raven, he himself is very low, but gets for Rev. And it was Puck picking up that kill as they're looking to chase after Dubu, but he's fairly elusive. Oh, okay. They get another kill somewhere.
Okay.
Did they get Puck? Got the kill on the Juggernaut. That's a big kill. That's a killing spree as well.
Jug was really low to start with. That was where they initiated, and TNC were a little surprised Axe was already ready, but they just judged that the Alchemist with the armlet audiences. And this isn't because this is usually stage. Alchemist is still mostly farming, but they guys like MVP have just fought us. They're quite ready to fight us, and here's this like super high farmed hero, 4k ahead of anyone else already in the game, and he comes into the fight. They can't actually do the mist, and they were correct about that.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Lions Blink Fund still fairly far
Dire's
away from the
middle
Blink.
tower is under attack.
But it's not, I mean, I don't think this is the impact that MVP wants the Axe Blink to have. It's been like mostly even trades, if not negative ones, since he got it, and they want to be putting a dent in TC.
Juice's got to be careful. The silence comes out now. The slow, multiple slows in fact, and now the Dream Core, the Dream Core was committed. The Chain Frost, I don't know how much damage it's doing at the moment. The Sun Ray keeping QO healthy, but now he's still alive. Still alive. I think he's end up dead. Yeah, he's dead. The Omni Slash comes through, bouncing onto Lich. So it's a 1-for-1, but definitely not favouring MVP at the moment. They get the call onto Puck. Can they get the dunk? So it's a question. The phase shift comes out just in time. Viper doing what he can at the moment. The line comes in, stun, spin from MP doing work, but he doesn't have the Omni Slash now. A 3-for-2 trade-off, and now the chase onto MP. Can he manage to juke himself out of here? Doesn't look like he will, and he's going to pay with his life.
This game is a very bad history for
Yes.
MVP. Alchemist couldn't even TP in. They thought, okay, fine, we'll take the fight because the Alch just stopped. And they get the dominated 4v5. And this is about the Viper mostly, I want to say. At ESL, Wings showed that Alchemist draft with Venomance in a safe lane is really good. And exactly the reason was that Venomance could kind of like solo win fights. You can be mined that core and that strong early on. And Viper's similar in that sense. I mean, sure, it's different to the Venom that didn't have like that AoE damage. But the Viper with the early farm is like so tank and difficult to deal with, and the damage output's really relevant that I feel like the Viper's doing the work of what two cores would be doing in a fight, and that allows the Alchemist to just have that space.
And,
I mean, he has 10 kills. Raven is 10 for 1 in 18 minutes.
do not want to let a Viper get ahead, and you know, I think Viper, a fairly more viable carry thanks to the fact that you can now get things like Skadi.
Yeah,
You might even build into a Satanic as well.
And the Dragon Lance is a very nice build up on the hero.
True,
it's
yeah.
just like a very natural item to have on it.
Fuck's got an Invis rune here.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
It looks like they're going to try and potentially make a move on this act. Oh, he backs off in time. Bottom tower does go down thanks to the Viper and pushing power.
You see, Medusa did go for a drum, so it's very clear that with the Aqua Face drum build, you're not saving for a big item, you're not playing for the late game. Like, they're aware that they have some late game, but oh, Dubu, he's dead.
Oh, Chain Frost committed just to make sure.
But MVP are still, like, they're still aware of the fact they need to be able to contest this stage of the game. And they want to try to do it, but they are really running out of options. Like, maybe the Axis Blade Mail will help. It's right now, like, they actually can't deal with the Viper. Remember that fight mid lane with they stood around before jumping onto the Viper, and the reason they stood around for so long is because they didn't want to initiate on the hero. It's like it's really not an attractive hero to initiate on because it's going to live through, turn around, and kill you.
Oh, I got downtime.
Well, Tihi's gone straight for the Manta style, and that is definitely like the I want to fight now build. I think if in the regular Manta build up, it's more likely you see the Octarine before the Manta if you're just going to go and farm and farm and farm. Of course, the Manta images have been a little bit nerfed on Alchemist, like they don't get bonus gold anymore. But I think that's a huge deal for the hero, to be honest. And MVP are going for Big Smoke. They recognize they want to get a fight. They're going to get Lion at least. Well, they're not.
They don't. He blinks.
Is under attack.
Oh, quick movements.
That was a very quick reaction by QQ. And he is, I mean, QQ, by the way, I don't know, I think we cast these this team, TNC, together once before, but it was quite a while ago. And Kuku wasn't in the team there. He's the newest recruit to the team.
Right, okay.
He used to play carry for Mineski, actually, and defected from Mineski to play sports in TNC.
Going for their own return. Smoke observer board gets put down. Axe, is he spotted here? The Hex goes on to MP. Now the stun, they need to follow up with more if they can. The kick comes through forever, looking for the call. He only catches out the puck, it looks. In fact, he's very low at the moment. He's going to go down. The Phoenix Sun, it's off to the side a little bit, so not too effective. But they get the Viper. That's a big kill. They'll be happy with this. They'll have the reinitiation from the line and blinking in. And now look at T. He's joined the fight with the help of the Dream Call. The Radiance Burn going to do a lot of damage. The stuns as well. QO's dead. Phoenix dead. Everyone from MVP Phoenix is dead. And all it cost TNC was a Viper.
Yeah, this game is going really horrendously badly for MVP. And it's kind of like they drop the correct heroes to apply pressure. But they couldn't apply pressure to the Alchemist in the mid lane, and they couldn't apply pressure to the Viper in the safe lane, just because the hero is the TNC. You put the Lich with the Alchemist, and eSports not going to be able to gank the Alchemist in the mid lane. You put the Viper in the safe lane, and suddenly eSports, which is usually a very strong aggressive duel lane against any other duel lane, Viper is the one core that really struggled to be aggressive against in that situation. There was a one time that the eSports missed his roll. If he hit it, they might have got a kill. But that was really the only opportunity they missed.
12. Alchemist about to hit that 20k net worth mark. We're nearly looking at like a K a minute. Pretty good. Pretty good. And yeah, that Octarine core will not be far off.
Yeah, this game is... I'm not ready to say out of reach, but it's close to out of reach for MVP. It's difficult to see them winning fights. I don't want to like count them out, because this is a team that historically has shown that they find ways to win fights even when it seems impossible. And they do have the Phoenix Sunray. It's like, if you catch a nice combo with the Axe catching a few people and Earthspirit's AoE, Medusa's AoE, Phoenix having a big Sunray, there are things that can be done. They still have some tools.
I guess if they're
Kyo's gonna
top
die.
lane,
T's just gonna solo him.
There is... Oh no, in comes the Phoenix. Might look to go for the Sunray. Is it enough to be able to save the Medusa? No. No, it's not. Yeah,
that's not a good BN where the Alchemist can just solo kill the Medusa. Like, more than double the worth. Probably be triple the net worth of the Medusa sometimes soon.
Yeah. MVP will maybe be thinking towards the next game, however. We'll wait and see. They might be able to come back for this as Lion. Looks like he's actually going to go for drums here. Get those extra stats, help out with the push with the active ability. Let's go on to Roshan. We haven't seen Roshan go down yet this game. Neither team really been in the position to do so. I think TNC taking down one of these T2s. Maybe if they take down the bottom T2 as well. They're just going to go high ground here. They have the potential to, that's for sure. And they're going to... Axe, he's going to get caught out, fingered up as well, but all the return damage thanks to the blade mail. Lion nearly killing himself. Gonna be fine though. Alchemist self-stuns. Just going to move off to the high ground now. Alchemist still doesn't quite have that. Okay, he's got the Octarine core finish now. Just needs to go towards the Dire Secret Shop. Picks that up. Now he's got... it's like 6 seconds downtime on Chemical Rage or something.
Radiant's bottom tower has been
Yeah,
denied.
it's something like that. 7-8 seconds, I don't know. It's ridiculous. And they can't, I mean, actually, the Alchemist is so strong right now that I don't think they can deal with him even if he doesn't use Chemical Rage. That's like,
yeah.
And that's definitely the plan by MVP, by the way. I'm almost certain that their route back into this game is to kill the Alchemist, because he's worth so much, it will give them a lot. They do have Blade Mail and Axe that does help to do that, but... I mean, we saw there where Axe just standing at the front, like even just looking at the enemies, and they're like, okay, no, you don't get to look at us, Fanny, you get to die.
Well, they're gonna... Okay, it looks like they did smoke up MVP, that is. Maybe looking for a wraparound, but that's gonna wear off for now. They've got some interesting wards. MVP have got some really aggressive wards inside the Radiant jungle, but they've hardly been in that area to take advantage of them. Yeah, I mean, information is information. As Medusa might get caught out here. Yeah, he's gonna get his mana drained as well. This is just so bad. It's a level 2 mana drain, so at least it's not level 4. Doesn't matter. He's dead.
This is like a classic tactic when you're really far behind, trying to farm the enemy jungle. I think they have wards there to cover their own farming of the enemy jungle, and TNC unfortunately also have vision there to see, oh, you're farming a jungle will come kill you.
Okay, that's fair. Been caught out by the Dream Coil. Juggernaut was lucky enough to have an ability which makes him magic immune. However, the Earth Spirit does not.
It's gonna be Tihi going for Shiva, probably. To see Alchemist these days, it's almost always the Shivas. Ferrari 430 always goes for the male, but I haven't seen a lot of other Alchemists go that build.
Well, after getting the Manta Octarine?
No, he doesn't buy Manta anymore. He scrapped the Manta and he goes Octarine into Blade Mail, and that's when they like go end the game. And obviously Blade Mail is a really nice interaction with Octarine. Pretty devastating, like the amount of life that you steal, and obviously the shorter.
Oh yeah. And a reduced cooldown on it as well. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Viper picks up the Aegis.
Ferrari is the guy who plays Alchemist the most. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually that put on, but for now, there's no reason not to have the build that's T in this game just because of how ridiculously fast. And he is. I'm just checking. He's not yet tripling up the Medusa's net worth, but very, very close.
Medusa have now. Not even Yasha, but I guess I want to go for a Manta now. Put off the silence is pretty decent. Yeah.
I love that. Do you see what they just did? That's
where?
They at top in the bouncy rune. Oh, Fabi's gonna probably die here. Could use the ult with that anyway. Alchemist takes Puck's bottle and just picks up the bouncy rune in the bottle, uses it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like that tiny bit. I feel like those tiny bits of efficiency when you're this far ahead and this close to winning the game, usually teams just forget about them. But they're like, you know what? Why not? Every single shred of advantage, we're gonna take it.
They don't want to give up this game after such a what are they looking at now? We're looking at over a 20k net worth lead, nearly a 20k experience lead. This is pretty ridiculous for 27 minutes in.
Yep, this is, look, MVP of the heroes, if they somehow like cut into that net worth lead by about 10k, they could be okay, but to get that like 10k cut in, they probably need to wipe TNC in a fight. Go like 5-0
twice.
Yeah, that seems very unlikely to happen.
I didn't realize Phoenix did actually go for the Midas in the end. So did Lich earlier on, that's why he's now gone to Vlad's. It is the AC for the Alchemist.
Yeah. So it's, in some respects, it's a better pushing item because it's to its house. But we've seen the Shivas really recently, and I think part of the reason the Shivas has been is because it lets you kite in and out. You get extra value of all your regen from the Octarine, the Armlets, and the ulti, because you can Shivas in and out of the fight. People can't really finish you off when they try to kill you. Of course, that's not necessary. He's not really at that much risk of dying. Shivas also helps you hit people. Sometimes Alchemist, if you're fighting at your own part of the fight, you only hit the person you're stunning, but if you've got a Shivas, you can hit 2 people. Yeah. But AC is the better DPS item for sure.
I mean, at this stage, I feel like he could have probably gone for like an S1Y and something, it wouldn't matter. Although the call comes in, Alchemist, he's got a stun. Who's he going to use it on? He throws it onto the axe at the moment. He's still pretty low, does have the chemical rage at that finger. Kills off the axe. Axe fights back very quickly. The spin coming in from MP. They really want to bring down this Alchemist. He's just too hard to bring down. He wants to go back in here. He doesn't have the Aegis. That's the Viper and Puck. He is going to pay with his life. The ultimate from the Medusa coming out. The Lich ult putting around, doing some damage to Medusa. The Omni Slash as well. MP, he does bring down the Lich in the end, but Kyo, he's got no mana, gets killed off. The stun comes in, and this, the sun, oh, it did go off. I'm a little bit surprised by that. The call comes in as well. They want to bring down Teehee if they can. He's very low. The dog misses. He's healing up thanks to the Radiance and the Octarine Core plus his ultimate as well. The Chemical Rage. The Sun Ray. Is that enough? It's not. He's still healing up through all of it. I thought the Mystic Stake would come through, but it doesn't in the end. However, TNC are repelled on that.
That was like
push.
I mean, it's quite amazing how close they came to killing the Ulk a few times. Like, I think it's the best a fight can go for MVP, and they still don't kill him. And then they use a bunch of buybacks.
3 buybacks on the 3 cores.
So it's, it's sure the game's over, but the MVP will not be happy. Like, that was like a terrible loss of value. And I think if you're a betting man, you'd bet on the next fight ending the game, probably.
Love these buybacks. What's Lion doing here? He's nearly level 15. Medusa's only level 16. Dragon's only level 16. It's just got. I mean, they're just so far ahead. It shouldn't really be surprising.
I'm gonna take solace in the fact that Medusa is still not. Alchemist hasn't tripled up Medusa. I mean, ridiculous that that's the metric I'm measuring, but I feel like it's the only thing that we can say cures defense at this point. That at least he's not really less from Alchemist.
Well, he kind of is now.
Not exactly.
No. Just wait.
A little bit off.
Yes, Alchemist just. I guess he's going to start gifting some ags. I guess, yeah, we should start talking about that. The Puck ags, very good. The Lion ags, the Lich ags.
All of them are good. They all have pretty good ags upgrades. So probably I'd be the pull the Puck first if you were to give. But
I really like the Puck ags.
Yeah. Good
Aegis
fight,
is going to be
sure.
reclaimed.
And here comes the push. Yeah, this will be the last fight of the game, and then we pull out something quite miraculous.
Side TNC don't have these anymore, but look at these Alchemist illusions. Driving on forwards, just gonna hit the base. The rock comes through from this.
Yeah.
Trying to stop what they can.
I mean, not having
This
the Aegis
Alchemist
means you
on
could
the
go
app.
for Viper, then you're definitely not going to go up to be on the Viper.
Phoenix going to throw out the Spirit. Do what he can. The blink forward from the line gets stunned up very quickly here. Can they capitalize on this? The kick comes through. He's going to be off the mark. Lion pretty low at this stage of the game, but he'll be alright for now. There's MP trying to get rid of these Alchemist solutions. They're causing some issues. Medusa turn just in time, nearly lost all the Omnis through battle out with the dunk on Lion finishing off. The Phoenix very far backline, and two well the double blue call. But finish damage with the Dagon and Spirit. He does manage to get the magnetize off before he goes down. So and the Lich ultimate bouncing through. The Alchemist uses the buyback, OT in, and I think that's probably MVP losing at least 2 barracks. This Febby just TP's on out underneath his ancient of all places.
Yeah.
And he's the only one alive. Oh, I say alive.
Forever actually got like 2,000 gold for killing the Alchemist there, but he doesn't have it back. So.
Alright, G's well played against Schools. EFC take this first in this best of 3 against MVP Phoenix in a very dominant performance, 39-16, ending it in just 30 minutes.
Yeah, but again, just bear in mind, there was a recent best of 3 between these teams with TNC in the first game. They raxed MVP in 8 minutes or something. They won that game and ended up losing 2-1. So this is a matchup that's kind of back and forth at each other's throats. They're going to be fighting hard, and I wouldn't say this necessarily is a sign of things to come in the following games. The fresh new game when it starts again.
I mean,